If you're not considering these three factors while buying your property, you're losing big time. Do not make these mistakes while buying your first property. If you think the sample flats, all flashy with lights and mirrors shown by the builder, that's gonna be a real house, you're in a big delusion. The maps, the layouts, the floor plans, they're the real deal. Sit on a table whatever properties you have shortlisted, keep the layouts together, then decide a property is bought according to a layout, not according to a sample flat. There's nothing called as a too good to be true deal in real estate. Bigger carpets, less money, that's everybody's dream. Never happens. So invest in a proper property where you have good vicinity, good neighborhood, good area around. Look into the development plans of 5 to 10 years from day zero. If those are good, your property is a real deal. It's gonna appreciate. Do not invest in a property which is not registered with RERA. Make it a point to not give a booking amount of more than 10% at the time of booking. Also, lower your turnaround time. On an average, is somewhere around 8 to 9 months, and a property value of 1 CR raises up to somewhere around 1.2 CR. That's 20 lakhs appreciation just in that 8 months of a decision making time. If you happen to reduce that time to just 3 months, the appreciation would be 5 lakhs, 7 lakhs or some 8 odd lakhs. So you are saving up on good 12 lakhs in that. So just by reducing 5 to 6 months to get hold of a good property consultant, so reduce your turnaround time from maybe 8-9 months to just 2-3 months and save your time and a good amount of money. If you're not considering these three factors while buying your property, you're losing big time. As rightly said, do not chew more than you can swallow. So while considering the financial implications of buying a property, keep a fixed budget. That's a non-negotiable. Do not overspend your budget. Do not enter the pockets you have kept for a retirement fund. Do not break your PF. Do not break your mutual funds just to fund your property. Keep the borrowing to minimal. Borrowing from loans, from banks, from relatives, from family just does not make sense. If you are taking a loan from your relatives, from bank, anywhere else, it's gonna take from 15-20 odd years to repay that loan, and it's gonna keep a hole in your pocket. A property worth 1 CR with all the interest rates of 8.5-9% is gonna cost you somewhere around 2 CR. That's like 100% appreciation or 100% the cost of the actual property. So there's no point taking a loan and then repaying it for 20 long years. The rates advertised on all the billboards and everywhere else, it's just the basic ones, and you're never gonna settle for that. So might as well research more about it without making a hasty decision of buying a property. Stick to a comfortable EMI. Your EMI should not be more than 35% of your monthly income. This is an underlined statement. It should not exceed that. If your EMI is more than 2 times the rent of the current house you're paying, it's better to rent that way. Then there comes the social factor. Buy when you are ready. There is ample time for you to buy a property. Do not buy it under peer pressure and because you're getting married maybe 2 years down the line, or because your elders of your home are pestering you that you have a good job, a good business, and you still don't have a house. That is simply not the excuse to buy a property. Your colleagues, your friends, everybody might own a house, but your aspirations can be different. So just do not make different decisions based on what other people are doing. As the common axiom says that, marry early or all the pretty girls will be, gone off the market. Doesn't work with real estate. You have time, take your time and invest properly. There are certain logistical factors involved with buying a property. Just because you're doing a current job in a certain city doesn't mean you invest in that particular city. Think about your future. 5 years, 10 years down the line, where do you want to raise your family? That's how you decide, okay, this city, this area is the place I want to invest in. Pick a good place. Of course, good places can be, expensive and might cost or might, give you a big hit on the pocket. But invest in a good place, which should not be very far away from the city or on the outskirts, because that's where the property rates tend to be very low. Think about your family, your future planning, the vicinity, the schools and the hospitals, the public transport available around you. Those are the things that really matter. Check and research enough about water and gas connections in your house. That is equally important. How are you going to stay in a house with no water and gas connection? So research ample about it. Research and think about your priorities. What do you want in a house? If you want a bigger carpet area, you want a bigger terrace, you want a bigger living room, just simple stats. People tend to stay more in their bedrooms than living rooms. So might as well go with a layout or in a property which has bigger bedroom. If the lady of the house is not working, maybe she's a housewife, she's a homemaker, it's simple numbers. Numbers and data suggest that women who are not working, they are housewives, they are homemakers, tend to spend somewhere around 40% of their time in kitchen. So have a good kitchen with maybe 2 countertops and which assist them in their day-to-day lives. If you are going for a fancy big terrace or a big balcony, that does not really make sense, because you're gonna go there for what? Morning tea or sometime in the evening. That's like 10 minutes, 20 minutes in a day, and does not suggest or make sense for you to spend big in that. Do not be another dumb buyer. Be aware, stay educated, and invest wisely.